So here we are back on Friday. It was Thursday last time we did it.
Yep. 30th episode.
Is that right?
Yeah. Do you think we'd be good at it by now?
We're making a shirt?
A 30th episode shirt?
Yeah.
For our 100 subscribers. We'll make 2. That's how many it'll sell.
One for each of us.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. Yeah, well, by the time this is over, by the time you read this little airhead gathering that's happening tomorrow will be over. But
Yep.
it'll be interesting. There'll be maybe 30 or 40 people here on motorcycles.
We spent all afternoon cleaning.
Yeah, the shop is so clean that we can never work in here again.
Yeah.
So
And we put everything on display, so
yeah,
it's not
we
just
cleaned
stored.
up and swept up and dusted and hung stuff and moved bikes, and it's dizzying. My head's dizzy from it. Once every 4 or 5 years, it's about all I can take.
Yeah, as soon as he gets clean air, he starts freaking out. Yeah.
All right.
He's not used to it.
That's there was a show I used to watch, the Red Skelton show, and Red Skelton was a hobo, and one time they put him in the hospital, and he wasn't getting any better, and they figured out what he had was sanitariitis. It was too clean in the hospital, so soon they put him outside, he got cured again. It was pretty funny. Red Skelton show was pretty funny. One of the shows I was allowed to stay up after 8 o'clock one night on a week, to
Watch the Red Skelton show.
the Red Skelton show, and then I was also able to stay up when the boxing matches were on. My dad was a big boxing fan, and so I was allowed to stay up and watch the boxing matches.
I've been watching. Ken Burns did a 3-part documentary on Tom
Ollie?
Hanford's. Yeah,
Oh man, that's a great. All his stuff is great. Thing on Ollie is really good.
and he also came out with a 2-parter about the American bison. The buffalo.
Where's the tie-in between that and Muhammad Ali?
Because the buffalo is Ken Burns, and it came out this week.
There's a video online of.
Where's the tie-in? That's such a thing to say.
Well, that's
to a person.
you make it.
Oh, that thing you're excited about? Where's the tie-in? Jeez, this is what I deal with. Oh.
There's a video online of Muhammad Ali fighting, might be Joe Frazier, and he's in the corner, and Joe Frazier tries 21 times to hit him, and Muhammad Ali has his hands by his side, and he dances from side to side, and he never gets hit, and then the bell rings.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
They get into a bunch of
Fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Yeah, they get into like Malcolm X and all that stuff. And
Well,
all
sure,
that stuff
because he
behind the
was-
scenes. Yeah.
Yeah, so Ken Burns does good stuff. I
He
watched
does.
that recently. It's a good thing to watch. So.
I was joking with Andy earlier about I was like, what are we gonna do tomorrow? Like, what are people gonna do here? And then as we started putting bikes on display, I'm like, oh yeah, people aren't as sick of motorcycles as I am.
Except today when he gets paid.
Yeah.
He's not so sick today when I write him a check.
Just having, I think we're having, there's 20-ish airheads that we're putting out, and we've got even more in storage. That's enough that's a car show right there. That's
Yeah, there's like 80 bikes in the shop.
yeah, and they're all airheads except for a few.
A couple that aren't, but I mean.
What a life.
And Bobby's picking up a late 50s bike tomorrow, and I think have a guy coming from Alabama with a 95 RT, and we got another guy coming in who we don't know who wants us to build him a bike. He's coming in tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the motorcycles are falling out of the sky again.
Yep.
Also noticed today that our 100 GS PD, that 95 Classic, sold for $17,500 on Bring a Trailer.
I love that bike.
It's a nice bike,
that's
but
a
it's not
cool
worth
bike.
$17,500. But obviously to somebody it was or is.
Also, I was thinking it's October, which means we're entering our 7th year of working together.
God, it feels like 100.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been the worst 6 years of my life.
Yeah, that's why I asked Mikey when he first came if he knew what he wanted to do with his life, and he said no. And so, we threw him a couple of bones of different.
Well, I
directions.
said I wanted to do whatever I wanted to do on that particular day, and he said you're really good at cleaning things. Maybe you could wash cars for a living. Just completely serious. He still thinks that's hilarious.
I'll tell you, if you can't take a joke, you just can't work here.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
the way it goes.
I mean,
That's what makes things so much fun, you know. And a lot of times you'll say things to people really sarcastically. They're not really sure whether you're serious or not. So it's pretty funny to watch them.
that's why everyone I've brought into the shop has been a back of house restaurant guy, because I know they can.
Right,
I know that Garrett was a bar back
right.
and was known for being.
Well, Chris was a bartender, which put Garrett in eventually.
Well, we deserve. I said, Chris, do you know anybody? And he said, I think Garrett just left because it was COVID. Just left, and I said, oh, that's our guy. Let's go get him. Because I'd seen him smoking a cigarette and reading a book on a patio of a restaurant, and I said, no, at least he can read. That's half the battle.
You don't want to be too intelligent, then
Yeah.
you can't get him to do what you want to do.
Exactly. That's,
Which is why Mikey's been here for so long.
that's a good
Put
one.
his foot in that
That's
time.
a good one.
Oh,
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. When I first started working here, you had retired, kind of. You had sold the shop, and you said,
no, I sold part of it to John, just the part that was not BMW.
But your plan was, I'm just going to work for myself and work on old airheads, and just do a one-man thing.
Which is what I had been doing.
Did you
for
ever
quite a
think
while.
retirement would be so much work?
I don't know, I haven't retired yet. I tried it once for a day or
was
so.
Half of
Right.
half of a retirement.
You know, even when I'm doing nothing, I'm doing something.
That's true.
It's just the way it's kind of just the way I like it. So,
Yeah.
I will probably, depending on how things shake out, maybe take another day off besides Sunday,
Yeah.
which Leslie's been bugging me about. So we'll see.
That'll last a good month.
Well, I said to Mikey a couple months ago, I'm thinking about, being closed 2 days a week. I'm thinking about closing on Monday, and Mikey says, I'll be here anyway.
No. You cannot be here on Monday, but I'm working Monday through Friday. That's it's one of the perks of this job
Is working on Monday?
is having a matching schedule with a girl who makes a lot more money than you.
There you go. There you go.
Um,
Works for me. Whatever makes you happy, Mikey, is what we want.